Hey guys, what's going on? Nav here, coming with you with a deck profile of a pretty cool deck that I've been testing out. I'm still in the works with it, but this is the current version I have. It's basically the Agent of Destruction, and you're playing with the leader for it, the Bobbity. If you don't know what it does, it treats all of the Agent of Destruction cards with no specified cost. And whenever it attacks, it looks at the top 5 cards of your deck, and then you get to add a card with Agent of Destruction in it, and then you put the rest back into the deck. The deck awakens at 4 or less life. You untap and you draw. And then on the flip side, it's the Majin Buu leader of, that's funny, this is Majin Buu leader of the Agent of Destruction. So basically it has the same permanent and an active main that you get to choose one of your Agent Destruction cards with 2 or less from your hand and play it for free. Most of these guys are 3 drops, but there are cards in here that will decrease their cost. So I'll go over that soon. And then also has an active main for 3 energy. You get to choose one of your unisons that has Agent of Destruction in its name and play it with 3 markers on it. So the ones that you are going to play only is just a play set of the Vegeta Agent of Destruction. This one's pretty cool. Let me see if I can actually zoom in a little bit more, sorry. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So basically what this Vegeta does is a double strike critical and it a board wipe. So when he comes into play, you just discard a card from your hand, blow up the opponent's board, ignoring barrier. He has a +1 that he gets 5k for the turn, and a -5 that you get to choose 3 cards from their hand to discard it, not the opponent. I know some people try to play Agent of Destructions in a version of discarding, but that's not the style that I'm actually going for. It's just a little bit. I play just a whole wide aggro style. So what we play also, you're going to play 3 Bibbidi Overseer of Destructions, and you'll play 4 of the Hachiyak Visual Agent of Destruction. So we'll just go over this really quick. This is what you want to see opening hand, either one of these. And basically, I think a lot of people know what this Hachiyak does because people used to play it in the Majin Vegeta deck. What you want to do is basically pitch this turn 1 for 1 energy, and it lets you play a Bobbity from your deck. Energy cost of 1. So you're going to play the Bobbity. What the Bobbity does, it does the same. It has a permanent, it has barrier as well, that the first permanent, it makes all of the Agent Destructions have no specified cost, just like the leader. And then it also decreases the energy cost of all Agent of Destruction cards by 1. So that was really going to help you out, guys. So also, the Hachiyak has an additional effect too, that when he comes into play, because you're able to play him, basically he'll become a 2-drop, and then you free play with your leader. He's able to warp an opponent's battle card when it costs a 4 or less, and then you can choose 3 of their battle cards in their drop area and put it under their deck. So against green or against decks or even black, anything that like wants to have cards in the drop area that go off, you just put them back into the deck. And for your searchers of the deck, you'll play 4 Turles, Agent of Destruction. So basically what Turles does, let me move this out the way, sorry about that. Basically what Turles does, he is going to search whenever he attacks. He looks at the top 5 cards of the deck and grab an Agent of Destruction card. He has barrier as well, 15k, pretty cool. You're also going to play 4 Agent of Destruction Strike Back. This card is amazing. So with Bobbity on board, it actually is for free. You get to use this extra card for free without paying the energy cost, because it has a permanent where it gains Agent of Destruction and it gains the trait, the special trait of the Agent of Destruction. And basically, this is a card that you can only use once per turn. When you play this card, you're going to look at the top 2 cards of your deck, or up to the top 2 cards of your deck, and you get to grab any of them that are Agent of Destruction in their name. And then if you if you whiff or anything, you just put the rest at the bottom. And then if you're able to do that, you're also able to take a life. Most of the times I really don't take a life unless just like depending on the situation. So that helps filter out. And also what really helps as well is the Broly Agent of Destruction. So if you don't know what the Broly Agent of Destruction does, what it does is for 1 energy, you pitch them from the hand, and it lets you grab any Agent of Destruction card from your drop area back to your hand. So it allows you to like recycle the Agent of Destruction straight back, or just grab any AOD card that you need. And then he also has an auto that I actually like, is that when he gets played, he KOs a battle card with energy cost of 5 or less. And then you can look up to the top 3 cards of your deck, add any card from that to your hand, and then send the rest to the drop area. So I think that's pretty cool. Some other Agent of Destruction cards that I play, I think everyone knows this one is a no-brainer. I only play 3 Bardock Rampaging Agent of Destruction. So this is really cool. So this Bardock's a 15k, cost for 3, but you can bring him out for free late game with your opponent's skills. I mean, with your skill. And he has a permanent that when he's in rest mode, the opponents, they can't attack your leader with battle cards equal to or greater than their energy, than their current energy that they have. So this is something that you want to use like on turn 2 or turn 3 to slow down the opponent. And he comes out for 1 energy with his auto if he's comboed from the hand or the energy. And if your leader is either a Bulljack or Agent of Destruction. So this is definitely one that you're going to want to play. And also when he gets KO'd, you're able to draw a card, which is pretty cool. So this is a card that you want to hold to your hand. You want to have this card or you want to play this card as early as possible to make them waste resources. Another Agent of Destruction that I actually play that's pretty cool is 3 Lord Slug Agent of Destruction. So basically when he gets played, the opponent rips a card from their hand, and then also you can pay a green energy to bring out a Slug Army card with an energy cost, I think, of 3 or less from the drop area. So this allows you to play your super combos for free too, just in case the opponent gets rid of it, and pretty good for some hand destruction. I also just play 2 of the Vegeta Agent of Destruction. This one I really don't play it a lot, but I really use it most of the times. When I do play it, it's just for board removal. When he comes out, he just KOs a battle card with 25k or less, which is pretty easy to get, really pretty easy to pass through. So we'll go on for the counter plays. So to stop the opponent from making plays early game or trying to stop certain attacks with battle cards that have negates, you're going to play Android 13. Agent of Destruction, so he has a counter that when the opponent plays a battle card with energy cost of 3 or less, it goes to the drop area instead. The opponent, you play this card, and then the opponent loses a card. So they actually -2 with this, and as long as you have your setup, everything good, this is only going to cost 1 energy instead of 2. And also he has an auto that when he does get played, you're able to cycle back 2 Agent of Destruction cards from your drop area back to the deck. So whatever you need back, you're able to get it. Another counterplay card that we play for Agent of Destruction that's really amazing is the Garlic Jr. So for this guy, this is what you want to play. This deck goes extremely wide, by the way, if you wanted to know. So basically 4 of the Garlic Juniors, what it does is it negates an attack. It plays him. He has an auto, whether you negate or just play him regularly. When you play him, you get to play a Agent of Destruction with an energy cost of 2 or less and negate its skills for the turn. So one of your main targets, other than the Android 13 or the Turles, you're going to want to bring out this guy. So I only play 2 of this guy because he's a super combo. This is Lord Slug. This is the Lord Slug Agent of Destruction. What is it? Mighty Agent of Destruction. So he has unique, so you can only have 1 on board. He's also super combo, 10k super combo, 15k attack. So he can pretty much attack and do some cool stuff. But his autos were really what really sets pressure. So whenever the opponent, this isn't even once per turn, it's just an auto in general. Whenever the opponent activates a counterplay card, they have to rip 2 cards from their hand. So the way that they try to design Agent of Destruction is they try to design it where the deck goes very wide, but it has board removal. Well, not just board removal, but hand control as well. Like I said, I'm not really trying to go for that route, but I do slap this baby on really early and just keep it there and just, pressure the opponent. Some super combos we play, I know these are really weird. I just play the, generic super combo. This lets you draw if you have 4 or less life. And then the Trunks, because I'll be honest with you, I don't play any Overwhelm cards in this version at the moment. And it's not really hard to go into Sparking 5 early game because of, the Agent Destruction cards, the Broly and all that stuff. So just some pretty decent super combos. I do have some other tech cards in here, and we'll go over this. I played 2 Mecha Gaboras. I was playing 3, but I think 2 is fine. You're probably only really going to play 1 per game. So if you guys don't know what Mecha Gabora does, this card's amazing. This is very rogue right here, very anti-meta. He has Deflate. When you play this card, you're going to say a character name and the original energy cost, and the opponent cannot play it basically for your turn and their turn. And then once it goes back to your turn, they're able to play it. And then you're unable to play this card on the turn that you bring them out. Like, you can't play another Mecha Gabora on the next turn, so it would be a turn after. Usually I slam this card when I'm going to push for game, and I know the opponent has some kind of, like, if it's blue, you know, most of the time they're gonna play Baby Hatch, so you just bring it down, 8-drop Baby, they can't negate, and you just go all in with your cards, start putting pressure. Or if you know they're playing the Secret Kai of Time, this is just a secret killer. This is right here. If you're going to go for game and you know the opponent plays certain cards and you're familiar with it, just call it out. Like, oh man, I'm playing against red. He has 2 untapped energy. That's pretty obvious. He's going to play Topo. Well, let me slam this card. Topo, attack with everything. Oh, he's blue. He's going to play some kind of negate. Slam this card. Say, like, this card is amazing, man. It really put a lot of pressure. And also, what also is amazing too is, you know, the regular East Supreme Kai, just put double strike on the card, just go for game and push. Not very difficult. You're also going to play the Lineage, the secret rare. This just lets you steal stuff. I mean, I don't have all the other really good secret rares like Supreme Kai Tires or something. So when I go with this deck, I usually just rush in. Most of the times I'm winning on turn 3, turn 4. You just really go really wide with this deck. So I'm just able to steal something. For extra cards, we'll go into it. I just played 3 Sensu Beans. I do have blue in the deck. Unable to untap energy. I'm able to untap energy so I can make some more plays, widen it. For some of my negates, you already play a lot of negates, by the way. You have your... You're going to have the Garlic Juniors, the main negate you're going to play. But I do play 1 Max Power Kamehameha. I was playing 2, but I don't feel like it's really necessary. Max Power also gets rid of cards early game that are problematic for me. So I'll just warp it, you know, just warp a battle card and just keep it moving. And I also play 2 Power Bursts. So I'll be honest, there's nothing to grab right now. I'm kind of debating if I want to play Kuwatsukai in this deck. So then when I'm doing a sparking play, you know, and I'm tapped out or something, I just take a life, grab a Kuwatsukai or a Black Mass Sane. I'm just really deciding on that. I'm testing the deck out. But yeah, this is my Agent Destruction deck. I think it has potential. It's really fun. It's really cool, very wide. It just really goes all in. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a nice weekend.